I'm Dr. Reagan. I'm here with Rashad today, and we are going to be going over some self-myofascial releases, which just means we're going to release some muscles in your behind, in the glutes today. Everybody knows where their behind is, the glutes.
I got a little kid butt, but it's okay.
Well, we're going to roll that little kid butt and make it a nice, looser little kid butt. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right.
Let's
okay,
go.
We're going to start with Rashad sitting on the roller. We're going to start rolling the right side of his body. And so if you do that with your leg crossed over, we're going to lean to the cross-legged side. A lot of you may already be doing this very same thing, but what we want to show you today are some modifications and some do's and don'ts to help make your rolling more effective.
So with this, you can go leg crossed over. That's one variation. You could go legs out or knees bent. Same thing, just roll to the side.
Especially if you have really tight hips or if you've had a knee problem and you cannot cross one leg over the other. This is a great way to modify this to make it a little bit easier on the knees and the lower body.
And balance is important. So most people that can't sit up, kind of modify, go on that forearm. Same thing, just roll, tilt to the side.
And when you roll back and forth, you want to be able to stop on the hot spot. So when you see his
found
face
something, Doc.
kind of do that and get all scrunched up, that means you're on a trigger point. And when we get on a trigger point, we want to hold it for at least 30 seconds. And we don't want him turning the color like red. So make sure that you're breathing during this time and that you're not holding your breath. And you can really make this a very effective way to roll and to release the glute muscles. If this is not enough for you, you can also use a lacrosse ball. And when we use a lacrosse ball, we're going to use it more on the sides of the glute. And so we're going to find that spot that is just next to, right behind your front hip bone. So just to the side of that, kind of the more concave area of our hips. And we're going to start on the side, kind of in a clamshell position, both knees bent. And then we're going to take the same side that the ball is on, that bottom leg, and you're going to bring that leg back and forth. And again, we're looking for those hot spots.
You'll definitely know when you land on the hot spot, trust me.
Yes. And so as you bring that leg back and forth, when you find a spot that's really making your face scrunch, that's when you want to hold it. And again, for about 30 seconds, make sure you're breathing through it. And what about the lazy man?
So the lazy man stretch. So another way, if that's too much for you, just as you're watching TV in the living room with your family, you're just going to lie on your back, you're going to straighten the opposite leg, keep this leg bent, and then from here, flip through the channels, watch your Cowboys game, just drop that knee, bring it back up, and then for here, a minute, minute and a half, you just want to find 3 tender points to where, again, you can hold, breathe through that tension, and again, bring it out to that last one.
Awesome.
And then you're
That's a good one.
Yeah.
The only don't that I have for you today is that if you have hip bursitis, this is not an exercise you should be doing. It puts pressure on that bursa and it can actually make the condition worse. Do you have hip bursitis? That's a good question as well. If you don't know the answer to that question, definitely give us a call at Reagan ChiroSport Center and we can make sure you have an accurate diagnosis so you know what you should and should not be doing. Yes. Last thing I want to leave you with is that sometimes muscles feel really tight, but they're actually weak. So if you're not getting the results that you think you should be getting by rolling, then we may want to revise your program as well. Okay? Dr. Reagan and Rashad, and we are keeping you in the game.